Uh, thought y'all wasn't gonna see me, baby. Are we all up in the place? We gonna do this thing. It's all up in your face. It's the Urban Therapy with Sun show. It's Sunday, y'all, yo. Well, it's gonna be y'all right. Everything is gonna be y'all right. Yeah, well, everything is gonna be y'all right, and everything is gonna be y'all right. Don't kill at will. It's time for the Urban Therapy with Sun show, y'all. Sunday morning, the 4th of October, baby. It's almost Halloween. It's crazy. These days, weeks, and months be going by fast as shit, right? And although 2020 has probably been the worst year ever for a lot of people, we still have to concede to the fact that it's going fast. Something for that ass. We're gonna do it so fast it will pass you by. Every month is going by, and you hardly even got a good look. But we about to make this thing cook, and that's how it's going down now. Cal Chamberlain, mi favorita, is all up in the house. It's the Urban Therapy with Sun show, and this time around, this morning, the Urban Therapy with Sun show, we got something hot for y'all. We talking about: are you wired that way, or are you built like that? Are you wired that way, or are you built like that? Now, you may look at it like they really the same things, right? But are they really? First of all, are those terms sayings that you use? Do you use those terms? Like, have you told somebody how you're wired? You're wired that way. I'm not wired that way. I'm not wired. I rarely hear anybody say that they are wired a certain kind of way. I normally hear them say, I'm not wired that way. And they normally use that to explain why they won't do something or how come they don't think a certain kind of way. And when they say, built like that, they normally are saying somebody ain't built like that. Rarely do they say such and such is built like that. You're built like that. They be like, no, you ain't built like that. You ain't built like that. So one is explaining how come one won't do something, and the other one is sort of explaining why someone can't do something. Or maybe it's different. Maybe in your place, you say a little something when it comes out your face. Maybe you mean a different little way when you talk. Maybe I got it all messed up, but we gonna talk now. Sunday morning, baby, on the Urban Therapy with Sun show. So let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every Sunday morning from 11 a.m. till around 12:30-ish. And the reason that we say 12:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Sunday. And it is Sunday, baby. It's the Urban Therapy with Sun show. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We push each other on the swings. We push each other up the sliding board. We play in the sandbox, the merry-go-rounds on the monkey bars and all that kind of stuff. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see how we project ourselves into this thing called the universe to figure out this thing called life. And it all starts right here on the Urban Therapy with Sun show. I'm your host, Sun 752, a.k.a. Omar with the rrrr. And if you can't say Omar with the rrrr, well, then you just say Omar with the R. The Urban Therapy with Sun show. How y'all feeling this morning? I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should. And I think that we built like that. We're going to get into that. Yeah, I think we built like that to be feeling like real men and women should. You know what I'm saying? I know I don't take no days off. You know what I'm saying? I don't take no days off. I ain't going to be no fake man. I ain't going to be no cornball little boy. What's going on, Carol Chamberlain? Me favorita is always good. Glad to see you. And also, Shirley Sure, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Sure, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's going on, baby? How you feeling? My good to see me, some you. All right, this morning we're talking about being wired that way or built like that. Being wired that way or built like that. Now, the two sayings, you may say, well, they're interchangeable, and they really are saying the same thing. Oh, you're trying to make one sound like it's different than the other. But I'm not sure, because I know when I use one or the other, I'm not talking about the same thing. The first time I ever heard being wired that way, my dad used the term. My dad, my old head, my old dad said the way you live your life is all on you, son. And he said he was explaining why he wouldn't do something or why he didn't think in a certain type of way. He said he wasn't wired that way. And it was funny because had I not understood carpentry and electricity and plumbing and really how something is wired, which would make it do what it does or perform the way it's supposed to or not, you understand wiring. In electricity, you understand how important wiring is to make something function properly. And if it's not wired correctly, you know that there are going to be glitches. You know that there are going to be problems. You know that there are going to be interruptions and frustrations, and it's not going to work right. It's not going to work properly. So when he said that he wasn't wired a certain type of way, I can't remember the conversation in its entirety, but he was explaining why he won't do something. And it probably had something to do with why he would not treat somebody wrong or why he would not do somebody wrong. I do remember that much. I just can't remember the particular conversation that we were having. But he said, yeah, I'm not wired that way. So he was talking something about his moral code, his value system or something like that. And I was like, wired that way. That was pretty cool. That was all the way back in the 90s. So I was well into my 20s by the first time I had ever heard this term, wired that way. And I said, When Pop said it, I looked at him like, where you get this hip ass term from? I thought it was some kind of tradesman type of saying, but it had an impact on me. So I was like, I got to thinking about ways in which I was wired. Because when you're wired a certain type of way, you're going to do certain things that are in conjunction with that wiring. So if you're the type of person who lies all the time, you have to be wired that way to lie all the time and to not feel no kind of way about it. A lot of people ain't wired that way. They're not wired that way. Like, no, I can't just do people dirty and leave them by the wayside like it ain't shit and sleep like a baby at night. I'm not wired that way. We know people who are wired that way. That's their wiring. Now, what determines your wiring? What makes up your wiring? Huh? What makes up a person's wiring? Well, the way that you are wired probably has a lot to do with your genetics. It probably has a lot to do with your environment. It probably has a lot to do with your upbringing. It probably has a lot to do with your influences. It probably has a lot to do with your thought processes and your experiences. That's how you are wired. Now, just like any appliance, home, car, machine, you can rewire it to do certain things. And probably as you learn and grow and develop and change, you probably change your wiring. But is there a certain type of wiring that remains in place? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Is there a certain wiring that remains in place with you regardless of the changes or the changes that may take place or the things that you may go through? Does your wiring stay the same? Do you hold many of the values that you used to hold as a young person? You know, what ways of thinking do you have? What value system do you have? Which do's and don'ts do you still hold on to from the time that you were little, young, impressionable, still learning? Maybe certain things like respecting your elders. Like you may have never let go of that. Speaking only when you're spoken to. I'm not even saying that that's good or bad, but maybe That's something that you've held on to. Um, um, Remembering to say thank you when someone does something for you, regardless of how small it is or how big. Wiring. Greeting people when you come into their home or when you walk into a room, saying hello. Hey, everybody, how y'all doing? What's going on? Instead of just walking into the room and be like, nobody don't speak to me. I ain't speaking to nobody else. Even when you go into somebody's house, you know how people are, especially black people. Black people seem to have a big problem with people not speaking when they come into their home, especially if they new people. You understand what I mean? So that wiring that you have may have been ingrained into you when you were young, or it may have been wired into you at a young age, and you may have held on to it because it works for you and it makes sense to you. All right, let me shout my people out. Hold on while we talk about wiring. T. Carey Wright is all up in the place. It's always great to see your face, no doubt. And my girl, Annette Davis, the number one. Annette Davis, the number one. What's going on, ma? Good to see you. Always coming on through. Haven't seen you in a couple of days. I missed you. Annette Davis, the number one. What's going on? And Emily Dunlap is in the place. Emily Dunlap, good to see your face. Word. So we're talking about, are you wired that way or are you built like that? We about to get into the whole built like that thing. We're about to get into the whole built like that thing. Because like I said, some people say being built like that and being wired that way is the same thing. Is it? I don't know, baby. I don't know. We gonna see about it, talk about it, be about it. We gonna stretch it out and make it see what it do. And we gonna talk about it to me and you. Thanks for coming through. Sun 752. And it's the Urban Therapy with Sun show. Ooh, this thing is going to be hot. I think so. Why wouldn't it be? Or why not? All right. And if y'all want to call into the show, y'all know y'all can call into the show. It's the Urban Therapy with Sun show. No censorship on the show whatsoever. No censorship whatsoever. If you want to call into the show, express yourself. You want to talk about it. You want to bring something up. You want to make an example. You want to dispute something that I've said, debate, whatever. You can call in. The number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby, on. 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 Get your shine, baby. 319-527-6199, baby. It's the Urban Therapy with Sun show. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the R, and we're talking about, are you wired that way or are you built like that? Let's talk a little something about being built that way. Hold on. Let me read some of your comments. Let me see what y'all talking about. Express your passion in any form of fashion. I forgot to say that. If you call it, like I said, it's totally uncensored. If you got allergies like me, you can still call it. Urban Therapy with Sun show. Okay. All right. Shirley Show says, mostly here, are you built like that is a question or expression asked because you have done something so impressive. You wowed that person. Now, see, that's different. That's different because from what I can recollect, the only time I've heard somebody use the expression built like that is when they telling somebody what they're not built like. Like, you ain't built like that. You can't talk to me like that because you ain't built like that. You can't do this to me because you ain't built like that. You can't fuck with those people because you ain't built like that. You can't run around acting like you all that because you ain't built like that. So it's interesting that you said, oh, I didn't know you was built like that. I've never heard that. I've never heard built like that I can remember expressed in a positive way. That's interesting. But that shows the differences in some of the people that we may have been around and what they think of other people. I didn't know that you were built like that. When they were impressed by something that you did. Oh, I didn't know you was built like that. Well. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's what's up, Shirley. Sure. All right. She also says, I don't know. Wired that way means you were taught in a certain way. Built that way means you developed in a certain way. LOL. Intertwining definitions. Like I said, some people may think it's the same thing. I haven't used it. I haven't seen it used the same way, though. I haven't seen it used the same way. All right. Annette Davis, the number one, says, she was just saying, hi, what's going on? What's going on? That's what's up. Okay. Cheryl says, when people say, you said when purple say, you just like purple. This is your favorite color or something like purple. When purple say, okay, when people say didn't know you were built like that, you impressed them. You on the job, you wired like that. Wired like that? You on the job, you wired like that? I've never heard wired like that. I've only heard it said, and you could chalk it up to semantics, but I've only heard wired that way. I haven't heard wired like that. I'm trying to think, have I heard built that way? Maybe, probably. You know. All right. We're getting somewhere here. But yeah, most of the times when I've heard somebody talk about being built like that, they were telling somebody what they couldn't do, what they were incapable of, what they were not having. Like, you ain't built like that. No. No. You not gonna be able to mess with me and her because you ain't built like that. You're not gonna be able to get away with doing this, that, and the third. You know why? Because you ain't built like that. And it's funny because it's an indictment on somebody's abilities. They may be talking about something that they have already been doing. Now, do men say to women that they're not built? Does a man say to a woman, you ain't built like that, baby? You ain't built like that. I have not heard that. And I think it would probably raise my eyebrows like, is this a man term? Being built like that? Maybe it's just the chauvinism in me. Maybe it's just the chauvinism in me. Like, built like that. You told your chick that she wasn't built like that? Well, which situation would arise where you would have to let her know that she ain't built like that? You ain't cheating on me. You ain't built that way, shorty. She already pregnant by the next man. I think she built like that. I don't know. She's stacked. Brick shit house. She's built. All right. Emily says, I thought people use the term you're wired when someone is high or drunk. Oh, why? That's a different wired. I'm talking about wired that way, not wired as in. Okay. Okay. So we have a difference in not only usage, but familiarity. So we have some homonyms going on. Homonyms. Homonyms. For all of my people who may have forgotten some of your English terms, an homonym is a word that sounds alike and maybe even be spelled alike, but they don't mean the same. A homonym, a homonym, homonym. How many? Yeah, a lot of y'all forgot about homonyms. Y'all remember synonyms because people use synonym, talking about something is synonymous or whatever. Words that mean the same thing. But a homonym is a word that sounds the same, maybe spelled the same, but it has a different meaning. So I guess wired in this example means two different things, but they look the same. But y'all are familiar with it being used in one way, but not the other way. Yeah, I've heard people say that somebody was wired when they were high, but they were white. Like you take the term lit back in the day. I've heard people use it back in the day. It meant that you was drunk or high. I'm lit. Now, when something is lit or when somebody is lit, that means they on fire. That means that they're hot. That means that they're doing well. That means that they're popular. It means that they're well known. Go figure. That's what we working with. Show husband says, cracking the hell up. I'm typing and working, and yes, my favorite color is purple. Wired like that can mean you are energized, full of energy. Another homonym. Three different definitions. Well, it's a good thing that I explained what I was talking about, because you do y'all see what's happening here? Y'all see? You see? I see. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit the like button. Hit that like button. Share the show and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Hit the like button. Share the show. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Hit the like button. Share the show and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. It's the Urban Therapy with Son show. You know what I'm saying? And we doing this thing this Sunday morning. Sunday the 4th of October. And we're talking about, and we're asking about, and we're seeing about, are you wired that way or built like that? 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 That wired that way or built like that? That wired that way or built like that? That what you know about that? Do you know? Say a wired that way, built that. Well, I wired that way or built that. A wired that way or built. Wired or built. Wired or built. Wired or built. Wired or built. What you know? Kill Bill. Get killed. All right. T. Carey Wright says, I'm used to hearing wired in a way that or that way. So we just have some different experiences here. Because I evidently, me and Carey Wright, we've heard it used the same way. Wired in a way or wired that way. I'm not wired that way. Yeah. No. I would never dream of father and children and not taking care of them or not spending time with them or not being an active parent. I'm not wired that way. We don't do that in my family. We don't get down. We don't get down like that. No, not wired that way. Mm-mm. Not wired that way. We don't do that. Mm-mm. No, I don't get high around my kids, and I don't get high. I'm wired. I don't get high with my kids. We don't do that. We don't get down that way. I'm not wired that way. I understand that you do what you do, and even though I don't approve of what you do, I understand why you do what you do, and you know, I live and let live. But I'm not wired. I'm not wired that way. No. Maybe we can drink after you are of drinking age or whatever, but we're not going to be throwing beers back or smoking weed together when you 15, 16, 17 years old. And as elementary as that may sound, there are plenty of people who don't see it that way. Emily says that to at lit. Amazing how meanings change over time. Yeah. Well, the meanings are actually the same. We're talking about slangs. And even when we're talking about built that way, or built like that or wired that way, we're still talking about a slang use. That's not actually what it means. Because human beings aren't wired or built. We are an inanimate objects. And then David says, I had this one female tell me I wasn't built like tell me that I wasn't built like that, I guess, while talking all that shit until I had to show her with ass, shaking my motherfucking head. I guess I was built like that. See, Annette, I told you people be talking about what you can't do when they say that you ain't built like that. What you mean I ain't built like that? Yes, I am. No, you not. Yes, I am. No, you not. Yes, I am. No, you not. That one time you was. You messed up my eye hole. And Annette, I guess you was built like that. Cheryl Hudson says, some people can wonder if a person is financially built like that. If you are, then you'll pay for my lunch. That's true. Right now, we have a situation where the rest of the country is having to come to terms about whether Donald Trump is built like that. On two fronts. On the financial side, being thought to be a billionaire all of those years by certain people. And then, and I'm not going to front y'all, he had to have been a billionaire at some point. How can you own all those casinos and not have $1 billion? There's no way he didn't at least used to be a billionaire. You know what I mean? There's no fucking way. This boy had Atlantic City on lock. Vegas had to have had $1 billion somewhere. Now, we're also talking about his health right now. Whether he's built like that physically to be able to do whatever is going on with this whole COVID-19 thing. Because y'all know I got some feelings about this whole him having that COVID-19 thing. Matter of fact, man, I'd appreciate it if y'all would let me know any updated information that y'all have on his condition or whatever is going on with him. Because, I smell a rat. I smell something fishy. Something is fishy in Denmark. But is he built like that? Is he built as a senior citizen who tried to keep all of his health conditions under wraps? And now it was like he didn't understand that the health of a public servant such as the president of the United States is of public record. We need to know if the leader of our country and a leader of the free world is sick or not, or has the potential to be sick. We need to know that. He didn't see it that way. But if he has this COVID-19 thing, which they say that he and his family do, well, we're going to see that if this virus that has claimed the lives of the majority of senior citizens that it has afflicted, is he built like that to not only get past it, but to do it with minimal damage? Is he built like that? We gonna see. We gonna see about that. Wired that way. We know when it comes to him being wired that way, we have a pretty good scope of what his wiring is like. We know that he's not the type to ever apologize for any mistake that he makes, regardless of how it affects somebody else. We know that he's not wired to apologize to anyone or even have any type of empathy, sympathy, compassion, or what it looks like is general feeling for anyone else besides himself. You know? He doesn't seem to be wired that way, which is pretty remarkable when you think about it, because there aren't too many people that I'm aware of that, like, I don't know a man that I wouldn't think would ever cry. And not just not cry because they didn't want to be embarrassed or didn't want to draw too much sympathy to themselves or whatever, but wouldn't cry because they probably just don't feel. Like there's just a void where normal, healthy emotions go. Is it a facade? I'm a big, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm always concerned about what people do when they are all by themselves. Like, what it look like when you're off the mic? Or what it look like when you're off the mic, or when no camera is in sight? Because that's when it really goes down. When it ain't nobody in the room except for you and God. And a lot of times it's not even just you and God. A lot of times it's you and your girl. Or if you're gay, you and your woman. If you're a man. But anyway, normally the person that you love the most is the person that you'll talk to. Normally, not all the time. Not all the time, evidently for some people. All right, let's keep it going. So this is the Urban Therapy with Sun show, and we're talking about being wired that way or built like that. Being wired that way or built like that. What y'all know? Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. It's the Urban Therapy with Sun show. I'm your host, Sun752. So let's get it popping, y'all. All right, so here we go. T. Carey Wright says, wait. Shirley Cheryl says, some people can wonder if a person is financially built like that. Okay, I'm sorry, I already read that one. My bad. T. Carey Wright says, wired that way equals naturally and home plus home training versus built like that equaling naturally plus life experience plus home training. So you think being built like that is a natural thing? I didn't look at it that way. And I'm not sure if I do. Being built that way, because when you think about being built that way sort of sounds to me like it takes nature out of it, because it sounds like somebody has done something to make you some kind of way, or maybe you've done something to make yourself a certain kind of way. Built that way. When you build something, you don't start from nature. You start from from other resources, other materials that will allow you to make something, create something. And I'm not saying that what you're saying is incorrect, because I imagine that it could be. I'm just contrasting, the two patterns of thought. So I'm going to read that again for people who didn't hear it. T. Carey Wright says, wired that way equals naturally plus home training versus built like that, which equals naturally plus life experience plus home training. Can you be built? Can you be built like that without any home training? Because the home training depends on the home, man. You know what I'm saying? The home training really depends on the home. So people be talking about, such and such don't have no home training. And we're normally talking about how somebody is acting inappropriately all the time, and they don't know how to mitigate. They don't know how to mitigate their emotions, their actions, the way that they speak to and around other people. But they may have learned that at home. Yeah, that is how, how I used to have teachers having students be disruptive in class, and they'd be like, yo, don't do anything here that you wouldn't do at home. Some students was like, shit, you ain't been to my crib. You don't want me to act like I do at home. My shit is fucked up. Mama on drugs, daddy on drugs, uncle on drugs, auntie on drugs, brother on drugs. Anything goes in my crib. You don't want me to show my home training up in this bitch. You know what I mean? And then David says, I'm thinking that if someone is wired in a certain way, that it was hereditary, like with some diseases or behaviors. Now, the diseases is something that I never really thought about, Annette. Now, the behaviors, all day. I wasn't thinking about diseases. I wasn't thinking about anything hereditary in that way, in a physical way. I was thinking about your wiring being more of your thought process, or, how you feel, your emotional makeup, those kind of things. And once again, I'm not saying that anybody is wrong here. It's funny how, this term is unfamiliar to some people, but I think that as we're talking about it, we're starting to open it up a little bit, like, I never thought of it that way. Or maybe we never even heard it, and now we have to think about, well, how would I have used it if I decide to use this term again? Or if I hear somebody else use it, what am I going to think that they're talking about? Taking into consideration that some people use certain words and they don't be using the right words. That's a thing called life right there, though. That's a thing called life right there, though. Shirley Cheryl says, I'm not wired that way, that I would steal from an elderly couple or anyone for that. Exactly. You're not wired that way. That's not in your makeup. That's not something that you would consider. That's not something that is in your repertoire. You're not wired that way. So you may not do it, and you probably wouldn't condone it for any other reason if you knew somebody else that did it. Like, nah, I ain't wired that way. I'm not supporting that shit. I ain't down with that. I holler back. Yo, y'all on some other shit. Y'all the type that'll turn a secretive person into a straight snitch. Like, I'm not going to allow you to do Miss Betty that way. You ain't doing Miss Betty that way. Nope. Miss Betty nice. Miss Betty always look out. Miss Betty don't bother nobody. I'm not going to let nobody do that to Miss Betty. So you stole a VCR out of Miss Betty's house. Why you do that shit? And you over here trying to sell it to me for $25. This is a $400 VCR. $25? I'm going to buy this VCR off of you, and I'm going to give it back to Miss Betty. I ain't even going to sell it back to Miss Betty, and I'm telling on you. You said 25? Would you take 20? Take Miss Betty back up VCR. Let me put it in this let me put it in this trash bag though, because I can't leave this VCR in this house too long. I'm gonna hurry up and take it to Miss Betty because Miss Betty got roaches. Miss Betty got roaches, and I know it's roaches in this VCR. But Miss Betty nice. Don't act like y'all ain't never been in nobody a nice house that still got roaches. Because I know I have been. Yeah, the house nice. Like the furniture in this joint nice. It even look clean, but they got roaches in this bitch. It probably was that sheet yellow cake under the bed. It was probably that sheet yellow cake under the bed. Dick that, yo. The mice and the roaches up under the bed. Because it's bread under the bed. It's bread under the bed. Ain't a cheat. You know, you got the sheet yellow cake under the fucking bed, and you ain't been eating on it enough. Either that or you left it down there. You left it under the bed until you go get another yellow sheet cake. Yellow sheet cake. So the mice done chewed through that plastic. You know, the plastic cup that go over the sheet cake. So it's a nice crib. This shit nice. You got roaches in this bitch. Oh, y'all gonna tell me y'all never been in nobody's house that was nice otherwise than the roaches? Well, y'all lying. And y'all evidently are wired to be lying. Stop lying to me. I've been in people's homes in the projects. I'm like, this some nice furniture to be up in the projects. The fuck y'all got going on? Like, I don't mean to be rude, but if y'all can afford all of this, y'all need to get kicked out the projects. No, I ain't saying you need to leave the projects. Y'all deserve to be kicked out the projects so somebody poor can live up in this bitch. I'm not like, yo, when I was little, I went over my man's house. He lived in the building, you know, Queen Lane projects. I was like, yo, this shit was nice. This was in the 70s, yo. Everybody knew that he had nice shit. His mom had nice shit in this motherfucking project apartment. They need to get kicked out the projects. They need to be kicked out the projects. He was dating my next door neighbor. May she rest in peace. Okay. Emily says something is definitely fishy with the president. Hell yeah, you know what's going with him. It's always some chaotic bullshit. You know, you can never take anything at face value with that motherfucker. That's why I can't be sad about. I can't feel no kind of way. He turning us into him. Like, even the people that don't want to say nothing bad about him, they ain't gonna say nothing good about him. Like, so you telling me that I'm supposed to pray for this boy? What if you faking? You want me to, if I pray to God about somebody that was faking, don't that make me an accomplice to the fake? I mean, God knows when you are sleeping. He knows when you are awake more than Santa Claus, don't he? Like, God is built. He built better than he built harder than Santa Claus, which is a tall order. T. Carey Wright says something does smell rotten in Denmark. NWO vaccine push maybe. An attempt to connect with citizens because Joe Biden put him on blast about not caring. Ducking the last two debates, maybe. It's something. It's something. Whatever it is, it's more than what you see. Because it always is. It's consistently always more than what you see. Annette Davis says, I don't believe he's sick. I believe that it's a scam. Why don't you just say a hoax like he would say? But he does say scam too. You got him. He's taking too much heat for everything and that happens this week with all that bad press. So he faked an illness for sympathy. Yeah. The reason I'm laughing at this shit is because I know she is 100% serious. And I can't be mad at it because I'm thinking the same thing. One thing is for sure. If he either has it or he doesn't have it. It's not one of those things where he got it on purpose. Like I said, he's too scary for that. He's very, very phobic, especially germophobic. This man used to make every woman that he had sex with, even casually, get an AIDS test back in the 80s. He had casual sex all the time, but he made him get an AIDS test first. Imagine that. You call a doctor up to your joint, like, yo, man, we won't fuck around with these prostitutes, but look, I need you to check her out. Check me again, too. He was public about that shit. He was public about that. Like, nah, I ain't fucking around no chick. Like, yeah, I'm going raw from the gate, but I'm going to make sure that she was straight. Check her for AIDS, HIV, and make sure you check her for everything else, too. I ain't trying to get burnt. You know, like he said, his biggest struggle in the 70s, 60s, and 70s was trying to, duck catching STDs, venereal diseases, as they called them back then. YS Books. Yvette Stokes is all up in the house. How you feeling? My good to see me. Some of you. Thanks for coming on through. It's always a pleasure to see YOU. And she says FDR was a whole cripple and Reagan had dementia. Both were kept a secret. So what's the difference now? Nothing. They tell us what they want us to know. FDR did not have the inconvenience of television. When FDR was up, there was no TV. And they definitely, even if they had TV in development, it wasn't something that was in every home. So that's how FDR was able to get away with that fireside chat he used to do on the radio. They couldn't see him. Only time you saw FDR is if you came out to see him, or if they had him on some kind of video that they would play in the beginning of movies and movie theaters, which is also how one of the ways that the Jews were able to develop support for the United States entering World War II, which, FDR had played a very big part in. A very big part in. So TV started to make a lot of politicians become more visible and more accessible in our minds. Before then, Woodrow Wilson, sick as shit. FDR, sick as shit, but there was no TV. You wouldn't know. And think about how the voting process had to be back then. Did you know who you were voting for? How did you know? How do you know the issues and all of that? How did you know? Read the newspapers? What if you were illiterate? Back at the end of Reconstruction, at the end of Reconstructions in the beginning of the 1900s, there was a high illiteracy rate. Motherfuckers had to work. They had to eat. There wasn't a whole lot of people going to school, and that's black and white. Black people be thinking that we the only ones that have been denied education, and we probably are the only ones that have been denied a formal education. But white people have been dropping out of school since school was invented for them. So yeah. Kennedy had an underlying illness. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, when you take American history, you learn a whole lot about these motherfuckers that you won't learn. But you got to take college American history. If in high school they don't teach you about this shit. Not the high school I went to. I took American history in high school. It was a little bit more than just the facts and the figures, the dates and the times and the people. But it wasn't. They didn't get deep into what people were, how they dealt with people. Basically, it didn't get into how they were wired or what they were built like. Yeah, FDR was sick as fuck. Polio, heart conditions. Even his wife wasn't all that healthy. He had a mistress in the motherfucking White House. In the White House. I ain't talking about no Monica Lewinsky. You know what I mean? And Eleanor Roosevelt, she was with it. She's like, well, I mean, I'm gay anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm a lesbian. So, you let me have my, I let you have your girl. You let me have my girl. Yeah. American history is a motherfucker when you really get into it. But anyway. Good shit, y'all. T. Carey Wright says, built that way has to include your natural responses to certain things, but life experience and home teeing. Yeah, but life experience and home teeing can tweak those responses. I mean, home training, my bad. See, I'm not wired to just let it go. Not on this show, I ain't. Yep, home training or lack thereof. Word up. Show Hudson says, building can be natural too. A woman can be built like that because she developed from a girl to a woman and vice versa for a man. If you develop, is that being built? I don't know. I don't know about that one. I mean, we can chalk it up to a difference of opinion, but I don't know. Bobby Hill Cisse is in the house. Bobby Cisse. Barbara Hill Cisse. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Thanks for coming on out. And she says YouTube told me to send him a positive message. I clicked away. That's the nicest message I can send. Yeah, I don't understand how unpopular this president has become. My brother Ansel Jones is in the house. What's going on, my brother Ansel Jones? What up? What up? How you feeling? All right, let me see. Interesting. Wait. So Shirley Show, you said vice versa. Is it actually vice versa or is it vice versa? You know what? Because I heard somewhere that it's not vice versa. Let me see. Is it vice versa or vice versa?
According to Grammarly, we've used italics for vice versa in this post because we're talking about the term itself, but in ordinary use there's no need to italicize it or to enclose it in quotation marks. There's also no need to hyphenate it. It's always written as two separate words.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Let me find out. I've been saying this shit wrong all these years. It was quite possible quite possible. Emily says somebody posted that they didn't want to waste their prayers, so they will stand back and stand by. They gonna stand back and stand by. Stand back, stand by. Loud boys, stand back and stand by. But I gotta talk about these left-wing Antifa, Black Lives Matter, un-American, non-patriotic. Man, we don't get the fuck out of here. Let me see. Barbara Hill C says, no, I saw him and he looks more like shit than he normally looks. Well, we was talking about the other day about how this boy ain't been orange in a minute. You know what I mean? You know, shit must be getting to him because he ain't got time to get up under them tanning lamps. Either that or he is taking somebody's advice like, yo, this wouldn't be a good time to appear tan or orange right now. Like, you got a lot of shit on you right now. You embroiled in this election and you ain't chilling. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers checking your taxes and shit, your tax returns coming out. They found out that you knew about the seriousness of the COVID-19 shit. You know what I'm saying? You Biden all on your heels and shit. You know what? But though, yo, speaking of Biden being on his heels, you know, I know Trump supporters who told me that Biden lost that debate the other night, last Tuesday. They said that somebody told me that Trump won, but he won so ugly that it almost didn't seem like a win. I was like, what the fuck are you? Do y'all know what a debate means? Like, do you understand the word debate? Like, evidently, some people must think that debating means telling somebody off. Because I don't see how anybody in the whole world could deduce that Donald Trump won the first presidential debate last Tuesday. I don't see how that's possible. But watch Fox News. They'll tell you, like, yeah, shit. Yeah, the president, yeah, he did it. He's back up to his old tricks. He went in there and got it done. I'm like, okay. Santa Claus, 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 Santa Claus. If you feel like Donald Trump won a debate, then you must believe in Santa Claus too. I can't hate. I said Santa Claus, 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 Santa Claus. If you believe that the man is the man, then you must believe that a fat man brings you your brands. Like Santa Claus, 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 Santa Claus. If I believe in the shit that he say, then I believe that presents are coming 25th day. Santa Claus, 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 Santa Claus. Where is Santa on his way? And I believe that he's built that way. I said Santa Claus, 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 Easter Bunny, and the Tooth Fairy, baby. It's going down, baby. Woo! Woo! The Urban Therapy with Sun Show. I'm your host, Sun752, and we're talking about being wired that way or being built like that. Are they the same thing? Well, we've been talking about it. And we still have a few more minutes to talk about it. We're going to go until 12:30. It's going down on the Urban Therapy with Sun Show on this 4th of October. Yeah. Are you wired that way? Are you built like that? They're basically both slang terms, but at the same time, they have specific meanings to different people, specific meanings to specific people. But as you can see, it means different things to different people. What I haven't heard is anyone say or intimate that they are the exact same thing. And maybe in the beginning of the show, we were thinking that, well, they're really the same thing. But when you see different people's interpretations of the same thing, you start seeing like, maybe there are some differences. Make sure y'all hit that like button, though. Be built that way. Be wired to share the show. And make sure that you subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, it's going down, baby. All right, T. Carey Wright says, Ansel Jones says, this year has been a bait and switch. Well, 2019 wasn't all that fly either. If you remember. Remember, we was dying to get to 2020. That 2019 looking all right now. Like, yo, 2019 was all right. I was able to go to the movies and go to the mall and didn't have to wear no mask, y'all, for real. And I was able to just go out and hang around with the crew and do whatever the fuck out there in the world I wanted to do. I could get in my car, go visit my folks, didn't have to look. I didn't have to get looked at funny if I coughed like I was choking. 2019, baby, it was okay with me. I would like to go back, babies. There were certain people that were alive in 2019. I know that this year is like something we seen as far as people perishing and passing away, but we don't think that it should happen today. 2020 claimed the lives of our loved ones. That shit is crazy. It shouldn't have had to been that way. TK Wright says, man, fuck that. I usually have guys get checked out and don't fault him for that, especially in the 80s. Okay, that's cool. I'm only saying that. Well, first of all, in a casual sex situation, you ain't have no dudes I'm checked out because there wasn't time. I'm talking about he would have them checked out on some old one night stand shit. I don't think you understand the seriousness. Like, you know, not saying that it was you personally, but it would be like you went to the club and back in like in 88, 89 and shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all drinking, getting high and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You know I'm rich and I got it going on like that. Come back to the crib so I can smooth you out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm gonna put something in your mouth. I'm about to fill up all 3 holes for you, baby. And when you get to the hotel, like, all right, what's that? All right, but my doctor over here, you know what I mean, he's gonna take a little blood sample and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna fuck in 2 weeks. Because you know that test wasn't fast back then. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no swabbing your cheeks and no. We wasn't there. Wasn't there. 2 weeks. Yo, I'm gonna tear that ass. I'm gonna plug all 3 holes in you in 2 weeks. But tonight we just gonna hug a little bit. Maybe not even that. Hey, I'm gonna just feel on your titties. Did I say Loud Boys? I meant to say Proud Boys. My bad. My bad, Annette. I meant to say Proud Boys. Loud Boys. I like the Loud Boys. I don't like the Proud Boys. Yeah, I didn't even realize I said Loud Boys. Proud Boys, stand back. Wait. Stand back and stand. How did I just say it? Stand by. Stand back and stand by. All right. Shit, you should want me to say Loud Boys. I don't need to be giving them no fucking light. You know, matter of fact, I'm going back to Loud Boys. You know what I'm saying? They don't deserve to have their name pronounced correctly. Yeah, I'm gonna mispronounce them motherfuckers. They trying to change their image right now anyway. Yeah, I'm talking about the Loud Boys. You know what I mean? Shout out to Mr. Cheeks. Rest in peace to what was their hype man name? Damn. What was the hype? You know, in the Loud Boys. He got killed in 1998. That was a shame too. It'll come. One of y'all know who I'm talking about. The Loud Boys, Mr. Cheeks, you know what I'm saying? Renee, the song Renee. TK Wright says, FDR used the radio to his advantage. Yes, he did. Fireside chat, baby. Fireside chats. Fireside chats. Why this book says he did public appearances, but they staged everything so that no one's seen him in the wheelchair. Exactly. You could do that. Because you're far away. You're far away from the president. Ain't like he right up on you and like, yo, you in a motherfucking wheelchair? No. This is a regular chair, but you know what I mean? Just in case of an assassination attempt, I gotta be able to get up out of here. But I can stand up. I'm standing right now. Barbara Hill says, speaking of formal education, the world was acceptable English until we started to use it. Then it became then it becomes ignorant. It says then it becomes ignorant. It say right there. You probably mean became, but that's not what it says. Okay. TK Ray says, you picking at us. Oh, no, I'm not. I would never do that, man. I'm not wired that way. I am not. Emily says, Taki, he's trying to find out how we're built and wired. That says built ear. That's Spanish. Ear. And that means to go somewhere. Ir a mi casa. Is that what you're talking about? You speaking Spanish? You mixing a little English and Spanish and Spanglish? Ir a mi casa. That means like come to my casa. Ven a mi casa. No, ir. Oh, maybe you meant or. Who knows? Sure Husband says, if you develop, don't they say, oh, you have a nice built on you? That says built. It should probably say built. Listen, y'all. Now listen. We got to keep moving. If you develop, don't they say, oh, you have a nice build on you? But that's not being built. So you're using built as in something that has been completed. I'm using built as in the process of something that is going on. I see what you're saying, and I see where the disconnect here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to accept that you're wrong and I'm right, because it'll probably work out better that way. But it won't change the world in any kind of way. I'm fucking with y'all this morning. It's going down. All right. Emily says, is it vice versa or vice versa? It's vice versa. Vice versus. Let's keep moving. Barbara Hill CC says the leader is Latino. Proud Boys during Latinx? Or maybe is that Latino Heritage Month? Parts of that community have lost it. The leader is Latino. The leader of the Proud Boys? I'm sorry. The leader of the Loud Boys is Latino? What kind of pride they got going on? You might as well be gay. TK Wright says, no problem. My kids asked years ago when we would go over to Latin root words during lunch. Okay. Emily says, old tricks, as in avoiding the questions, joking his way out of answering questions, then yes, you are correct. Okay. Barbara Hill Barbara Hill C6 says, somehow I was wired to focus on negative outcomes at the wrong times. I unpacked a lot of ish and changed perspective, plus other work, and now I'm a new brick house with upgraded electricity, built and wired. Interesting. So you're saying that you changed your wiring over time. That's interesting. Are you saying, I'm just asking the question, are you saying that your original wiring wasn't good? You know, and the reason I'm asking that is, even though we all have regrets about our own actions, other people's, the way that people dealt with us and stuff like that, we also have to pay a little respect to the fact that the way we were wired, or the things that we had learned and the experiences that we did have and the people that we did know got us where we are today. That's why I'm not a fan of throwing everything away or having a total makeover and all that. Like, for what? The way that I was before allowed me to make improvements. All things wear out over time. We don't live forever. We have to swap things up, upgrade things, update things, and that may be our personalities as well. I'm proud and happy about your journey, though. It takes a lot of wherewithal to be able to keep what's good and to throw away what's bad, because sometimes we can get the two things mixed up. We throw away what we think is bad, and we keep what we think is good, and that may totally be from our perspective. Think cosmetic surgery. But when your mind tells you that you're no good or that you're not good enough, it don't matter what nobody else says to you. You've already canceled yourself out. So everybody's telling you that you're beautiful, or you're handsome, or that you're worthy, or that you're special, or that you're great, or that you're wonderful. And you like, y'all must be out of y'all fucking mind. Wait till y'all see what I'm going to do to myself. Then maybe you'll be able to say that. Freaky Ty. There you go. Thank you. But it was Freaky T-A-H. Freaky Ty. But good looking. Good looking. Oh, TK Wright says, are you talking about Freaky Ty? Yes, I was talking about Freaky Ty. He was all right. I like Freaky Ty. He actually did make their songs better, because I never liked the way Mr. Cheeks rhymed. I was like, he's kind of whack. They got good music, and they definitely had good hooks. So I was like, but why would they pick this guy to be the lead rapper? Like, he ain't got no bars. They made it work, though. TK Wright says, Barbara, it helps to understand the English language better. Okay. I can't correct it during live chat. You can do anything you set out to do. Don't worry about it. Emily, you knew I would catch that typo. What typo? You wrote it the way you felt it. They're calling themselves Latinx now. Oh, see, I didn't know that. What is Latinx? Am I even pronouncing that? Am I pronouncing that right? Is it Latinx? Latinx? I don't know. Mm-hmm. I mean, y'all be knowing all kinds of shit I don't be knowing. I don't know. I'm just here to, you know what I mean, to capitalize on everybody's mistakes. I'm not here to I'm not here to help build nobody. Yeah, I've decided I've been too constructive for too many years. It's time for me to start tearing niggas down. All right. Emily says, and I see and hear others about that vice versa thing, but I'm not one to correct people. I just keep it moving. I correct people all the time. Fuck that shit. I ain't gonna let you still keep being stupid around me. What are you, crazy? Then later on, you be like, well, oh, how come you ain't? I live and let be dumb. Not me. Nope. I'm gonna help, and y'all can help me. Y'all can't be like, y'all ain't never hear me be like, oh, this is Facebook, not English class. Like, nope, it's Facebook and English class. Fuck that. If you ain't go to English class, you wouldn't even be able to participate in Facebook. That's why some people don't be commenting and shit. They be like, and I don't like to comment because people always try to take things too far. No, you don't be commenting because you don't know how to write and you be scared. So all you do is like things. I ain't saying shit. I'm just like I got a lot to say, but I can only verbalize it. I can't write it, so I ain't gonna put myself out there. Oh man, Barbara Hill says my wiring had shorts, a lot of bypasses. Okay, that contractor talk, huh? Electrical contractor talk. Okay, okay. Okay. Well, we're gonna get you a new another 200 amp service. You was using 14.2 wire when you should have been using 12.2. She wasn't carrying enough electricity. All right. Ansel says cocky and confident is the same thing to me. How? Cocky is overconfidence. Cocky is, cocky is when you too busy saying what you can do or what you have done. Confidence is when, you just perform to a high level because you know that you are built to succeed. So you can be confident without uttering a word. You ain't going to be cocky without saying nothing. One requirement of being cocky is that you're going to say what you can do or what you're going to do or what you have done. I ain't never heard a silent cocky person. Like, where would they get your cockiness from? Like, you might be confident, you know what I mean? Just by the way people can tell by the way you walk, you're confident. You know what I'm saying? You might, like, you come in the room like, that's confident. Cocky might be like, yeah, y'all. So you know what it is. You know what I'm about to do to y'all motherfuckers. Y'all can't bang with me. Y'all can't. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. My chair's gone, y'all. My chair's broke. Hold on. My chair's show's over. All right. Nah, we can still finish. Yeah, when you cocky, you're gonna present yourself in a verbal way. You're gonna let everybody know what you can do. For example, Muhammad Ali, cocky. He just could back it up. Floyd Mayweather, cocky. It's just that he could back it up. Oh. My chair was not fucking built like that. And my pants was only hanging down because of the way I was sitting. I'm sorry. I ain't no young boy. Sorry. Can women be cocky? If they come from Philadelphia, they can. Calculator versus a dictionary. If you're from New York, no, you can't be cocky. If you're a woman and you from NY, you can't be cocky. But if you're from Philly, you'll be cocky until you meet somebody from New York. as a woman. Get it? Because cock is pussy in Philly and down south and on the West Coast. But in New York, that cock, that's a dick. I'm like, not around my way, it wasn't. And we thought about it like cock, like the legs cock open, I guess. I don't know. But my dad told me even growing up in the 40s, he was like, cock was pussy. But when I got older, we realized that white people say cock. And it was supposed to be a rooster. We ain't know nothing about no rooster. You know what I mean? We ain't know nothing about that. We ain't know nothing about all that. All right. Yeah, I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm built like that. I'm good. I'm wired that way and I'm good like that. But we gonna fix this chair. Don't worry. All right. Bar Hill says, I just wanted to say the word cock. I know how it be. I do. Shut up, Barbara. Okay, but you know, just like the word cock, just like when we talk about being built or wired, just like we come from different places, you're going to get different interpretations of the same thing. Like tennis shoes. We don't say that. But we know all of our cousins down south and out the Midwest did. Well, you from the Midwest, more than likely you have roots from down south. Well, anywhere. Basically, you probably have roots from the south. Cheryl Hudson says, yeah, ask for the wrong thing in the wrong place and you'll get a big surprise. Yeah. Right, Cheryl. You're right. Carol Chamberlain says, Michael Moore said it best. He doesn't have COVID. See, that's what I was asking about. Some updated information. I didn't even know Michael Moore had anything to say about him. I should have known, right? And he says, Barbara, no, he may forget and go outside. Okay, I don't know. No, I don't run around with my pants hanging down. Annette can attest to that. Cheryl can attest to that. Carol can attest to that. And Barbara can attest to that. And Taki can attest to that. And yeah, that's going to do it. Psych. I had them hanging down before I saw them. Then I pulled them up. And then I'm 50 years old. I'm going to leave it at that. And that says, that's like soda pop, soda water, and Coke, all the same thing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, every soda is a Coke. What kind of Coke? Sprite. Yo, that's the weirdest shit. So Coke means soda? I don't know if I can get into that. But we about to get on up out of here, y'all. We about to get on up out of here. I gotta run and do something. Gotta get it done. And gotta get it done. You know what I want to talk about? And I'll probably do this next Sunday on a Urban Therapy with Sun show. And I'm getting a little sick. I'm getting a little sick of Black Trump supporters and Trump supporters on the whole defending Donald Trump for not being a
90
racist.
seconds.
For not being a racist. Like, if you don't see how he's a racist, that's one thing. But when they try to reduce our dislike or disdain or distaste for him by just saying that only thing we have on him is that we think that he's a racist. And I got to thinking about that. Like, y'all see,
60 seconds.
y'all see, I asked the question, like, well, let's say that he wasn't a racist, just, hypothetically. Let's say that he wasn't a racist. Would he be your kind of president? Would he be your kind of man? Would he be somebody that you could respect? Even if he wasn't a racist, even if there was no known act, even if you took away all of his racial gaffes in the history that people who know him up close and personal have said about him, would he be okay with you? And most people I know said no. Even if he wasn't a racist, even though I know he is, even if he wasn't a racist, he still wouldn't be a type of man that I could respect. He still wouldn't be qualified to be the president of the United States. But this is what I want to do probably next Sunday.
10 seconds.
I do believe that the word race and racist, the word racist and racists are overused. And sometimes they don't apply. And sometimes it's just straight up and down improper. But I think that it consumes a little bit too much of people's energy who look like me and you. Such and such is a racist. They're racist. He made he said racist things and all of that. And I'm like, we've been dealing with racism all of our lives. And it's not something that's ever going to go away. Not in this lifetime. So I think that we need to have a little conversation about this in depth, about what the term racist means in definition and to us personally. Because there are other qualities or lack of qualities in people that supersede racism. You know what I mean? Like, for example, somebody could call me a nigga. That's not exactly what makes them a racist. Treat me like a nigga is what makes you a racist for me. Now, a lot of people don't subscribe to that. But when it comes to racial epithets, it really is sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I don't care what you call me. I do care about how you treat me, because I do care about what schools I can go to and my children. I do care about where I can work and make money and build a living and some generational wealth. I care about that. I do care about the safety, health, and security of me, my people, my family, and myself. I care about that. I do care about the things that will allow me to build a life, to have a life, and to be around other people that are able to do the same things. So for me and mine, racism are the things that block my access to information, block my access to where I can live. You tell me I can't live in this neighborhood because I'm a certain color and of a certain race, and you don't want to sell houses or even rent homes or places to me. Yeah, that's a problem for me and mine. And that's what racism is to me. Look, you call me a nigga. Black people call me a nigga. I'm not hurt by that at all. Sure, you said nigger. I don't care. I know visually and internally whether I am better than you are. And whatever you think better means. So your little poor white trash redneck self can call me anything you want. I can call you the same thing back. And guess what? It's not going to change your living condition. It's not going to take your change your financial, your familial condition. It's not going to change anything. It may change your emotional condition a little bit, but it ain't going to change mine. So, yeah, next Sunday we want to talk about on the Urban Therapy with Son show. I'm not going to do that on the Daily Go Get Him show. Next Sunday we're going to have a little talk about racism, racist, and race. We're going to break this shit down. So that's how it's going to go down next Sunday. Let's do these birthday shout outs and then let's get on up out of here, y'all. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious October 4th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They are number one out the box. I said number one out the box. Kamara Spalding McGee. Kamara Spalding McGee turning 56 years old today, and LaShonda Lofton turning 42 years old today, and Mac Flanagan turning 49 years old today, and Bilal Kayam turning 74 years old today, and Gigi Juanina Walker turning 40 years old today, the first year in the 40-40 club. Here she comes to the 40 years old today, and here she comes. She got a 40 in the hand. She got a 40 in the hand. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah. Yo. 40, your 40s is a good place to be. I just left there, but they will always be the biggest part of my life. You know what I'm saying? Left a lot of soul there. So we're going to hold you down for the next 10 years. Yo, enjoy. And Robleisha Smith turning 39 years old today, and Tony Minor, Macaroni Tony. That's what she used to call herself. She's a cook. I like Macaroni Tony. She's turning 35 years old today. Happy birthday to you. And Kyrie Minor turning 45 years old today. Got the bow, 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 bow. And he's raising money for the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. My man Kyrie Minor. He's a comedian. And KD Barnett, happy birthday to you. And Cinnamon Roberts, happy birthday to you. And my girl, go get her, Carrie Batista. My girl, straight out of Boston, Beantown, Carrie Batista, happy birthday to you. And my baby brother, not my real baby brother, but he's like a baby brother, Roy Lark, turning 39 years old today. Damn, it's been 17 years. Matter of fact, it may be 18 years since I met the boy. You know what I mean? 39 years old today. He was a young boy when I met him. Happy birthday to you, son. And also Gail and Haley. Last but not least, Gail and Haley. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious October 4th, anywhere out there in the world. Worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, man, listen, man, we talking about, you know what we talking about? Do you know what we talking about? Wait a minute. We have a call on the line? Hold on. Wait a minute. Caller with the last numbers 38367. Did you want to speak?
Yeah, I've been holding forever.
I ain't know. My bad.
Calls anymore.
Yeah, but you know, it's so limited that people press number one. You know what I mean, I don't hang out over there. This ain't the Legacy of a Nation show. So what's good? What's on your mind?
I was just calling to say, hey.
That's what's up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Aren't you a sound for sore ears? Good to hear from you.
Thank you.
All right. So that's it, right? We out.
Pretty much. You forgot to shout out Darnell. Today's her birthday.
She ain't on my she's not on my list. See, when people hide their birthday on Facebook, they don't get shout out. That's the way it works.
Oh, okay.
I don't see you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, but shout out to Darnell. You know what I mean? Shout out to Darnell. You know what I'm saying? Without a doubt. Shout out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because she definitely is family, but you would have to
listening for about an hour.
Oh, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta come back through. You know what I'm saying? People be missing you. You act like you ain't down with the fam no more.
I know. I was trying to make some remarks and stuff. And how do I do that?
When you go to,
I forgot.
When you go to YouTube, you push live chat, and then it'll put you right in it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Live chat.
Live chat.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I'll do it tomorrow. Then All
right. How you feeling? You good?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. I'm going. Okay.
All right. I holler back at you. Love you, baby.
Okay. Love you too. Bye.
All right. Peace. All right. Like I was saying, man, you know, wired that way, built like that. Depending on your perspective, the way that you see it, the way that you interpret it, it's going to be different from different. It's going to play out differently from person to person. But one thing will remain, or two things will remain. You are either wired one way or built some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? You know, you could talk about the processes all day long, whether one comes from something naturally or progresses to something as you learn and grow and develop, whatever. Well, people are going to like you or dislike you based on the way that you are built or the way that you are wired. People are going to either gravitate towards you or they're going to be distracted away from you based on the way that you are wired or the way that you are built. People are going to be able to feel like they can depend on you based on the way that you are wired or the way that you are built. So we can still keep building, and we can also rewire ourselves to be whatever we want to be. But hopefully we rewire ourselves or build ourselves to be something or someone that people would want to be around or would want to model themselves or their young people or other people after, or somebody that is admirable to them. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get it popping, man. We be back with another Daily Go Getimism show tomorrow, 7 p.m. You know what I mean? Right here, youtube.com/SUN752. If you haven't hit the like button so far, make sure that you hit the like button. Make sure that you share the show and make sure that you subscribe to the channel. So peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate you, and love you right back to life. You think I won't when I will. Yeah, sit back, relax, and chill, y'all. So, hold on. Let me get Blog Talk out of there first. So I get with you later, Blog Talk, and then
Thank you for
YouTube.
using Blog Talk Radio.